everyone, welcome back to History and Evolution, and welcome to my 60th ever YouTube essay. So far, I've covered the history and evolution of two popular competing children's networks, Disney Channel and Nickelodeon. So naturally, I had to do a third, which is considered part of that trio, Cartoon Network. Being owned by Warner Bros., the #1 rival of the Walt Disney Company, it stands to reason that ever since they were both developed, Disney Channel and Cartoon Network have been neck and neck. And I'm not even about to get started on the beef they've both had with Nickelodeon, which was owned by Paramount. But many Zillennials found themselves enjoying 2 or 3 of Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, or Cartoon Network, and whichever one they enjoyed played a pretty big role in their childhoods and ultimately their lives. And for me, I can honestly say that I've genuinely enjoyed all 3. But enough about that. Let's get down to talking to how Ted Turner started his kingdom of animation and comedy. In 1986, Ted Turner's broadcasting company bought out Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, but eventually sold the company back to Kerkorian because of the debt that had resulted from the buyout. But even after selling MGM back, Turner kept much of its film and television library, from which Turner formed the Turner Entertainment Company. In October 1988, the Turner Company launched its cable channel, Turner Network Television. Turner Network aired content from the MGM library, Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies shorts, and Popeye cartoons. In 1991, Turner bought out Hanna-Barbera for $320 million and asked his then senior vice president, Betty Cohen, to come up with a plan for a television network that could house all of Hanna-Barbera's programs. Thus, Turner's considerable library of animation would be channeled, quite literally, into the Cartoon Network, which would be officially launched on October 1st, 1992, aptly opened with an event entitled Droopy's Guide to the Cartoon Network, followed by an airing of the 1946 film Rhapsody Rabbit. When Cartoon Network was first launched, it only launched reruns of Warner Bros. Cartoons such as Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies, and Popeye cartoons. Just like with Disney Channel, Cartoon Network was called The Cartoon Network until 1995 and was only carried by cable providers in certain U.S. cities. These cartoons would air 24 hours a day in half-hour and hour-long packages. The late-night black and white block, hence its name, would air black and white 1930s cartoons during the late hours of the night. There was also a 3-hour afternoon block called High Noon Tunes, which was hosted by cowboy hand puppets. Like I mentioned earlier, only 12 U.S. cities' cable systems carried the original Cartoon Network, leading to the channel to be carried by a measly 233 cable systems. However, package deals, such as subscribers to CN's sister channels, TBS and TNT, gaining access to the channel's content, helped CN's case. For example, TNT often aired shows such as Johnny Quest, Cartoon Planet, SWAT Cats, and Two Stupid Dogs. It was in and around 1994 that more cable systems began jumping on the bandwagon and including Cartoon Network in their basic cable packages because it was becoming so popular. In 1994, Cartoon Network produced its first series, Space Ghost Coast to Coast. The animated comedy, targeted to teens and young adults, featured the titular Hanna-Barbera character and used the original character artwork to spoof talk shows. That same year, Hanna-Barbera created a new division called Cartoon Network Studios, from which came Hanna-Barbera's series of original animated shorts, What a Cartoon. Many of the shorts from this series ended up serving as pilots for some of CN's first series. One of the first of these, Dexter's Laboratory, first premiered in 1996. Over the next 3 years, What a Cartoon shorts would also be made into the series Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken, I Am Weasel, The Powerpuff Girls, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and Mike, Lou, and Og. Although it wasn't created out of a What a Cartoon short, Ed, and Eddie made Cartoon Network history when it premiered in 1999. Ed, and Eddie was the first of what were called Cartoons, a lineup of critically acclaimed shows that premiered new episodes on Fridays, known as Cartoon Fridays. In 1996, Cartoon Network began airing 2 programs aimed at preschoolers. The first of these was Big Bag, which was produced by Children's Television Workshop, used in a combination of animation, live action, and puppetry, and ran until 2001. The second of these was Small World, which imported animated series from foreign countries aimed at preschoolers in America, and ran until 2002. In 1997, Cartoon Network began airing a new block dedicated to action and animated shows called Toonami. Its original lineup consisted of Robotech, Thundercats, Sailor Moon, Tenchi Muyo, and Dragon Ball Z, just as a few examples. In 2000, Cartoon Network launched a digital cable and satellite channel called Boomerang, which would be set aside specifically for airing reruns of retro animated series and shorts. The next year, Cartoon Network president Betty Cohen resigned from her position, and her duties would be taken on by Jim Samples. That same year, Samurai Jack, The Time Squad, and Grim and Evil began to air on Cartoon Network. In 2001, Cartoon Network's famous and infamous nighttime block Adult Swim was launched, at first airing on Sunday nights with a repeat telecast the following Thursday. Its initial lineup consisted of C-Lab 2021, Cowboy Bebop, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and The Brak Show. 2002 saw the premiere of Cartoon Network Juggernaut series Codename Kid Next Door and of The Powerpuff Girls movie. The following year saw the premieres of 2 spin-offs of Grim Evil, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and Evil Con Carne, and on May 16th of that year, the cartoon block I mentioned earlier was officially dropped. In October, the block would be replaced with a live-action hosted format called Fridays, in which CN original series and acquired shows would air alongside movies and specials. Thank you all so much for watching. If you've learned anything from this video, it should be that Cartoon Network grew out of classic Warner Bros. And Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and many of its original classic shows were created out of What a Cartoon shorts. What's your favorite classic Cartoon Network show? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to watch my video celebrating the 1-year anniversary of my channel. And also, don't forget to tune in next time for the continued history and evolution of Cartoon Network.